Ah, that beautiful crunch. I normally hate that sound when starting up a game file. But in this scenario, just know how you. It's like a sign that you're doing well. So yeah, we got you. If you close the entire Civ 5 application and you launch it again and you don't turn off those two DLC, Gods and Kings and Brave New World, that's what causes this. Because even though I loaded the save file, it doesn't, for some reason it doesn't sync up quite right with um, the text for whatever reason. Yeah, 20% for Shock 1 and 20% for Shock 2. And I think these are also the same. So 25, 25. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's not that having the DLC on when you load the game changes the behavior of the promotions. It's just that the text is inaccurate. So that's what was bothering me. Let's see, what are we doing here? 29 turns for Great Engineer. Um, yeah, this is the sort of thing that if we do, and you do tend to get a lot more money from Golden Ages and just having more cities and city connections. Towards the end of the scenario, you might even pick up economics. I didn't really talk about tech previous segment, but I feel like we're lagging behind a bit. Not sure if I could have done better, or if this is just if it is just what it is. I don't. Maybe I could have researched Compass earlier, but it's gonna, even if we don't really have time to build a university. We're gonna have to find either scrounge together some money to build one. I don't even know if we need one. Sometimes when you take Cairo, it has one. I think it's Cairo. I said Cairo last time, but I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's Cairo. I mean, that would be where the pyramids are, right? Okay, so what do we do with this guy? Do we risk meeting Russia? Maybe. Yeah, okay, they're not there. Oh, Persian. Haha, you can't get me because this is a marsh tile. Yeah, obviously, if you look, the other two main Let's Plays for this on Deity, I haven't watched them in a while, but I think both of them, once they take this capital, they will start building a road up towards Persia. And I haven't counted the tiles out myself, but I think it's at least like 15, maybe 20, maybe more. I don't know. It's an obscenely long road, a lot of unit maintenance. And I didn't really mention it explicitly before, but we're not paying for any of these roads that were pre like when the scenario designers, when they made this map, all these roads that are pre-existing, they're not owned by anybody. If they came into my territory, like I'm paying for all the roads in my territory, but I'm not paying for roads that are just sort of like in neutral territory that were built by essentially nobody. So I don't understand. I've never really understood the logic of building all of these roads out here, paying all that money, taking forever to mobilize when you can just go here, here, here. I don't know. So now we the Mongol Empire, we're playing like Alexander. Uh, what what the hell is going on here? Oh, I'm confused. I thought that you would need to individually dismiss all those notifications. I said there's kind of a bug with my keyboard and shortcuts going on. Let's send this guy in here. I don't really think a unit will pop up here, but maybe just to play it extra safe, let's move back a bit. And put them here, even though they already shot, because we're going to want to be on the roads and pillage. It's easier to pillage the improvements that are on the roads. You know, that's why I've talked about, you know, I went and repaired this earlier. This is also on a road. So, who do we got left? Oh, yeah, I needed to decide what to do with this worker here. Yeah, I'm not going to build a fort on that farm, on that wheat farm, because I may end up annexing this. Okay, it's go time. Bit nerve wracking, just a bit. Yeah, same, bro, same. They're nervous because of. Well, I think anyone could get to him. I don't know why he was nervous. They would have to disembark first. Oh. So yeah, I dragged this swordsman down here, upgraded him to a longsword, just to like, you know, give some a blocker. Not that they immediately need it. Sort of just like a buffer, you know. All right, let's see. Um, I hate that. Can I kill this guy? Oh, and because I at negative 60, this guy was gonna come out, but then they didn't. Oh well. Build some farms. See what's over here. This guy actually has no promotions, and no one really talks about this, but up to the 30 experience that you would get from you know, you get great general progress even attacking barbarians, but only for ranged attacks. If I did melee attacks, they wouldn't count for great generals. Kind of an interesting idiosyncrasy of the game. Interesting to me, at least. See, Beshik. Need to get you to 210 for that already done. Okay. Yeah, I mean, these cities that have just been conquered, they are quite, they go down quite easily. Let's scrape together I want to do this before I capture the city. Let's see. But I also don't want to block myself from capturing the city either, so let's be careful. Can I get in here? Yeah. Don't know if Almaty will claim this iron. I think I've seen it do it before. It doesn't seem to be the norm, though. So we'll have yeah. So we want to village all this crap. Because now they basically just have a 1 gold yield because they're desert tiles. It's this handy trading post that's not owned by anybody. I don't know if that was just for flavor when they designed the map or what, but it's there. Yeah, so who doesn't have indirect fire yet? Name and yeah, they're not at 210 yet. And the reason we want indirect fire is just to have flexibility against Japan because it's really difficult. It's really, really difficult taking out Japan without indirect fire. Once you get to their mainland. Is that all of them? Yeah. Let's just take it. 2 gold. All right. Great puppet. The towns that it has left now. Let's see. Yeah, there's some plains up here. Like 12. That's really unlucky. But I guess we do need the unit supply. Um, at least temporarily. So this will grow like a weed with its plus 12 because there's a granary and a watermill. It kept those somehow. I don't remember if I checked these buildings before when I captured it the first time. So I don't remember what else was in here. But let's see. Can we get any more pillages off? Of course, I could pillage it more after it's burned to the ground, but it tends to be time consuming and distracting from our actual goals. We'll get this guy on the road. Quick save for. I don't really need the general with the con in place, but let's see. That's funny. It kept every single building that it had before. It's like a 66% chance, I think, of capturing most of these. 100% for this, of course, but that's funny. Don't often see that. I mean, you don't often really get the chance to see that because you're not usually slinging cities back and forth between different civs. Through. I'm so tempted to just reveal territory. Right. Hopefully we don't get too distracted here. So yeah, let's see. Maybe I should go for this kill instead of this one. I might be able to do that more easily. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I was also going to put this guy up here to help these guys heal faster. Kublai. Kublai Khan. Yeah. I'm gonna put a mine up here preemptively. Just what does this take? 5 turns? It'll be faster once we get that Liberty policy. These guys will heal 4 per turn. Trying to decide whether it's useful to come up here and build roads. I don't really like this having a scout up here though, but I think there's one guy that writes a lot of guides online for especially Georgia request units. I'm sorry. Sorry, Georgia. Kind of put you in that position. Yeah. So oh, what I said. I think I said that they get these camel archers from Crusader states. That's of course not true. That's their unique unit is the camel archer, but they need horses to build them somewhat oddly. So, and they don't have any horses of their own. I think if you look at the initial game setup, like the initial scenario map, I think Abbasids I think they have camel archers for some flavor reason, but they clearly have all died off by now. They can't build them themselves. What is weird is that sometimes with some of the militaristic city states, if they are allied, I will see like I don't know, like Dali or Almaty. Like I will see, I've seen before where they're if they are allied with one of the foreign civs, other major civs, that they will get other unique units from other civs that aren't in the game, like from like I've seen like a war chariot, Egypt's unique unit, and that is just they don't ever give me those, and I don't think it relates to DLC being active or not. But Porcelain Tower, who built Porcelain Tower? Nobody we know. Probably Russia. I guess Russia is the only one left, but it could be. So let's see. Do we? I would like to burn them for a golden age. But right now we need healing. We need to get these guys healthy and send at least some of them west because we are going to need. It's it greatly accelerates taking out Greece if you have blocker units up near Constantinople. Let me put it that way. Let's see. Do I bait this out? Sorry, it's a slow going. I'm just there's a lot of wheel turning right now. Okay, and the other thing is that our horsemen, our two captured units, they're going to be heading west because you don't. You look at how, yeah, like they look like they're far away. They're on roads. This takes what, like 2 turns for a longswordman to get down here. And longswordsmen are strong enough that they can just sit in bombardment range if they. I mean, even if they have no promotions, they'll survive a turn. So we're not pressed right now for that. Question is, should I move? Nah, that's fine. Okay. And if we're going to annex Laoyang eventually, maybe we should, I don't know, put a farm here. Maybe I should have put, I don't know. We don't really need food in that city, I don't think. Do we? Mm. The only thing is I'm kind of staying away from this guy. I don't know. At the very least, if we annex it, like right now it's working in unimproved grassland, we could put it on here just to feel better about ourselves. Abbasids request. Abbasids request units. Crusaders. Excuse me. They yeah, they're I can see why they want units. I don't know if they would do that even if they had more military, but it's unfortunate. Oh, didn't have enough movement for that. Okay. So let's get ourselves back on the roads. Should I deal with this? Hmm. I don't know yet. We're kind of busy right now. So we'll send Genghis. Talking all pretentiously about thematics, but yeah, I do. Just I don't know. I like having Genghis on sort of a cutting edge. And I think this scenario is designed with taking over the whole world. I think the original real Mongol Empire didn't take over all this, or at least not all of it. It's certainly not. I don't. I'd have to go read. Even though I play this game, world history is actually kind of one of my weaker subjects. I never took it in school, at least not much of it. I took like 1 semester of it. So certainly helps playing a game like this to pick up a few things, but yeah. Mm. So yeah, we got one worker allocated, 2 workers allocated. Yeah, guess the day has not come yet to disband workers. Now Young, yeah, you knew you'd get that wine eventually. Delhi loves the king. It must have been a recent thing they were interested in because we had cotton when we took Nishapur. So I don't know. Georgia Quest, yeah, we already saw this. They kind of, in the old pre-DLC world, they kind of make it so you can't ignore city-state um, stuff, city-state notifications. Getting a little friendly with Georgia. Yeah. Well, they're not George, they're Michael the Eighth, apparently. Okay, let's do that. We don't really need another worker. We do. We will get the faster time. We'll get the faster improvement time. Okay, they're moving in, but it won't save them. Bastards. Got a. Where can I move you? Well, I don't have to upgrade them, so. Hmm. What are we targeting? 1 damage, huh? Yeah, I'm just going for the melee. I might be able to ding. This is a hill, right? So they can't fire over this. We might even though that they're not quite healed up yet, we'll do some slams. So yeah, this is Ishik, I think. Yeah, we're at 10. I'm pretty sure it's rough terrain. Beshik and Deshik are open terrain, so and that coincidentally works out. Hopefully you don't kill him. I mean, I was hoping I didn't land on. I was hoping the swordsman didn't kill the long swordsman didn't kill the other long swordsman, because I don't want them to end up on that hill. Okay. Let's see. This is a bit of a nuisance. What are you doing? Like, did they come from here? Did they come from here? I kind of ignored this camp somewhat deliberately. Not because I thought it wasn't a threat. I didn't. It's too far away. It's just too much of a too far away. Not without Keshiks. All right, 20 Keshiks maybe. Would have gone out and dealt with it, but it's fine. We're not that short. We're not short on horses at all. And there's only 2 horses in Loudon. We could now that we have Liberty, I think we could repair it in 1, maybe 2 turns. Okay. Oh yeah, we got it. Delete. Okay. That's unit supply. Gonna be bad next turn. Oh, I have a mouse shortcut for the military overview. F3 is the keyboard shortcut. Okay, so oh well. Let's see. Do we want to work food or do we want to work? Kind of want to work. Oh, we already have farm. Might as well work all the improved tiles that have the most food. Double checking. Oh, we gotta decide what to do with this guy. Um, these guys be a tandem duo. Let's I think tandem duo might be redundant. Either way, get a lumber mill over here. These guys had the same HP. I guess one of them. Yeah. Okay. So we gotta find a time to upgrade the. Yeah, that's the thing. If you attack, you lose the garrison. You gotta re-enable it. And if you, like that's what I was saying when I attacked a long swordsman from the city tile, like here, a while back, a couple turns ago. And I'm saying I think I lost the happiness for the. I wasn't talking about attacking the great general. I was saying that like attacking from the city tile, I think loses your garrison. Let's see. Made peace with yada yada. What are you angling for? I like having printing press that gives flexibility for building theaters, which are 3 local happiness. Doesn't say local happiness, but that's effectively. I think they just weren't very articulate in the pre-DLC text on like how everything worked. They weren't as revealing of their hand of how the internal mechanics worked. But yeah, it says happiness. I mean, I guess even Brave New World doesn't say local happiness, but either way, harbor. The main utility of compass is getting us to astronomy. I suppose we should knock that out ASAP. Let's see. I'm really tempted to do a university, but we really need more units. So now the question is, what do we send this way? I think, well, at the very least, let's get rid of this. We'll send 2 Keshiks. We'll send the, because these are both open terrain guys. Collect the camp with the worker. Send Genghis this way. We don't need to send the whole house west, but it will take considerably longer to take these cities with just a hand, like with just like 1 or 2 or 3 caches. It's like not the best, to put it lightly. Yeah, and we're still bound up swatting units over here for the moment. That won't last forever. We're killing 1 unit per turn. They can't build units that fast, really. This will be ready next turn. We'll upgrade it to a longsword. So yeah, it's really, I mean, in realistic terms, it's going to be ready in 2 turns because we have to upgrade it. But yeah. Just want to double check if this is actually true in pre-DLC. 44. Yeah, I have a keyboard shortcut, but you know, it's fine. Let's see. Do I send Tartars? I think I will. I don't really feel comfortable just sending just 2. So we're gonna soften them up, and the general outline is that we will send. There's our 3rd worker. Do we need to send more than 3 workers? We'll probably capture some workers along the way. A6 rough terrain. I would prefer to send rough terrain guys. Where's Japan? It's not that there's no rough terrain out here, but it's just like Japan is like pretty much all rough terrain. once you get to the mainland. I don't. Maybe we'll send like maybe we should just split. How many do we get? We have like basically yeah, they're not like all elite in the strictest sense of the word. We like they don't have siege promotion yet for faster city capture, which will help with Russia. But so we've got I guess it would be good to send at least one rough guy for Constantinople. I don't know. See, it's so tempting to just go ham and go all in on one direction. But the problem is these guys are going to take a while to get stacking up promotions to be like they don't have logistics yet. I don't have an armory, unfortunately. And given the constraints of how many turns we have left, it's gonna take a while. I'm kind of hoping that they just take that worker. So yeah, you're under time constraints to get promotions when you start building units this late. And what I was trying to say was that these kind of like green Keshiks, they will fare a lot better out west eventually because they really can't do much on the Japanese mainland. They're just you need to be able. I don't know if you've seen playthroughs of this before, but there's a lot of like nasty. Excuse me. There's a lot of nasty terrain down in here, and places where like they're like forested hills you can't really shoot over without indirect fire, and that's why I'm favoring indirect fire first over siege, just to have it out of the way in case you need it. But like this guy, or even yeah, these guys are just dead weight. If you're trying to take Japan. At best, they can hit Dazaifu. They can't hit if they're here. They can't hit it. They need range primarily, but you really need indirect fire. So I think we'll send crate. I think I usually end up sending crate this way. Probably markets. So we'll do like I think we have 7 elite Keshiks. I think that's what it boils down to. Keshik. If I find that I'm a little too find that I'm like a little too heavy on elite Keshiks over here, maybe I'll send some back. Let's send, okay, well, I guess we'll send 5 this way, and we'll send two of our elites the other way. It's gonna be a time. It's gonna take time before these guys before their indirect fire, if they even have it yet. They'll get it soon if they don't have it, but it's gonna take time for them to be useful because we're not going for Japan right now. We're going for China. We're focusing China essentially. You move a bit more. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Do we need workers? Which direction? I said ideally 3. Really, if we're talking ideally, if we're ideally in the ideal like truest sense, we really do need 4. We would want 4. Um, it might be overkill, but we're behind on time. So scoping this out. I wonder if I never really took care of this camp. So oh yeah, Lhasa. Well, Lhasa can wait. For one thing, it's gonna take a while to get down in here. We need a melee unit down in here. And I don't really have capture unit to spare. Because I'm probably gonna need both of these guys to take out Arabia. I don't know. It's debatable. Like I could technically let this guy heal. Oh, he's not even gonna be able to heal next turn because the city's gone. Well, he'll be able to heal, just not fast. Probably send him back over here to heal with this guy. Okay. Okay. I think we're fine. I don't know if I'm going to bother to road all this the way I normally would. Because normally, uh, typically, I'm not doing something this bold, which is fighting all three of these at once. Usually I focus Arabia and then come back, but China kind of forced my hand, I should say. Well, let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay. I wonder. No, they're in the way. If I could go capture that with a Keshik or something, recapture it. Okay, let's see. What do we want to target? Kind of need to target these. They're on the hill. Depending on how much damage we do, we have great generals. We don't have a great general. What? Oh, he does. He doesn't. Oh, I see. Okay. Move them into position. Lucked out. Okay. So what promotion do I want on you? It's don't know. It doesn't. It's the Mongols. It's really it doesn't really matter. You're not gonna get any high level. These guys will either die young or they will survive. Like the promotions are really not that impactful. Now, this is a better promotion post DLC because this is only 25% against all range attacks. So like, I suppose if this guy ends up going to Japan, probably this is more useful, just because of the overwhelmingly rough terrain there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay. Can I leave this guy here? Probably. Get this guy up here. Well, do I want him on the hill? I don't know. We take damage from a Chukanu here. Let's zoom in. Chukanu. We can take 2 hits. Thing is, it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay. May even upgrade this guy this turn too. 9 HP is fine. Yeah. Okay. So we're just disrespectfully oh, took my culture. I think I noted it right as I was closing out the last segments. This city's only 5 population, and I don't understand why. Normally their cities just blow up, and they probably have a maritime ally, which gives food to all cities. So it's just kind of bizarre. I don't understand this. Normally this is like 11 or 12 by this point. Pretty weird. Pretty spooky. I find being here. Yeah. Let's not be haphazard. I'll back up a little bit because I don't really have the movement to go much further. Nah, let's go that way. Send them back this way to see if it's any barbs. Like other than the barb camp barbs. Okay, send you here. You'll be ready next turn. Somehow didn't pillage this farm, but it was working this tile, wasn't it? I don't. Well, it's not. It's in resistance anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. All right. Looks like they haven't even damaged any of these cities yet. Do I want to go here? I don't know. They've got one crossbowman and they're kind of standing where I'd want to be shooting from, but yeah. Probably should be targeting the units. But I don't know. Do a mix. Either way, it's not good to just ignore the city. We need to take the time to actually whittle those cities down. You're also standing. You're also in the way, buddy. There's this river here, which is let's see, what's the most key tile we want it? We can actually build some roads. We got, let's see, 1/3. I think this guy was heading down. Yep. Can't really yeah. I think even with Liberty's faster improvements, it's still gonna take, I don't know, let's see next turn. Just being indulgent over here. Okay. Revealing territory. This guy chose poorly. With any luck, I'll be able to get that worker back next turn. Because we'll have these Chukanu, or these Keshiks on the way, and might be able to chew through some of these other units. Let's see. Most games I've played, I've ended up being at war with Georgia, but so that does change things a little bit. It was a little bit risky putting that. It was a little bit risky putting him here because I didn't really have vision on that tile, but yeah. Maybe I should bring out this guy because we might need him for a capture next turn. I know I was trying to heal them, but yeah, go time. They may not be needed anyway. So garrison. Okay. Hopefully none of these decisions we've made will be oh, okay. They woke up. Scumbag predictions. It predicted death for this guy, but with one hit, but I guess not. There just must be more variants or something with it's always like, do I I forgot. See, there's something I think that these actually have full strength on their ranged attack. I think their melee attack is what's diminished by the strategic resource penalties. So I need to kill it because I think they can do surprising damage. A surprising amount of damage. What if they took Aleppo? What if the Greeks took Aleppo? Interesting. I don't think it matters. I'm going to be at war with them before long anyway. So yeah, trying to carefully not cross the rivers. This river here. So I don't know when we're going to get back. Is it a waste of time to build a road here? No, I don't care. It might be, it might not be. If these would get out of the way, I could build one here, which is much more useful. But ooh, can they get to us if we? I don't think so. Build a river. Let's build a road there too. It's very tempting to build a ton of these roads, but most of the time we don't. We don't really need them. So do we have the damage to take it? No, I think we already fired everything. Yep. Where do we? We'll get them slightly closer. Is this? I think this is fine. Okay, get out of here. Get out of my backyard. Literally well, depends on how you think of things, I suppose, but I want them out. Being evicted. What do? They attack these guy for 2 damage. This guy hit by 1 Chukunu. I thought he was vulnerable to 2 of them. They're called Chukunu because they're chewy. Chew right through them. What I said in the past about them not knowing, the AI not knowing how to use Chukunu is that they don't really ever double attack with them. They'll always like fire once and then it's almost like a script. They will fire once and then just move. What do we got here? Other damage to melee guy. I don't think we'll be able to kill them next turn, but I don't. So what we got left? We got Crate with 1 shot, I think. I might be able to start chewing them. Maybe we could put 1 here to scare them. Yeah. None of these are particularly damaged, but yeah. In danger. Put the 1 guy with 7 HP heal, and we can I don't know, try to scheme something up for next turn. Oh, yeah. We got 1 more shot. Can we stay here? Who do I want to hit most? I'm not really going to be able to kill either one of them. So we'll probably take some shots. Crate or this, I don't know. The crate, I think, need... Yeah, they need more experience anyway. It'll be worth it. So yeah, what was I talking talking about? Doing things like well, yeah, let's go try to bait this other camp out. There was a warrior here a while back, but I don't know what. It probably went out. Be a nuisance to Dolly or something. There's probably more. There's probably even more camps out here somewhere. I don't really know, but usually it's gonna be like up to 4 or 5 camps in that area. To be honest, it's kind of another road here. It's their territory, but these are just never connected. And as the scenario progresses, that they can this can be kind of like difficult to move through without extra roads. I think it's worth a 2 or 3 turn delay. It's fine. Lumber mill. Yeah. I think yeah. I don't really want to move this guy. I think these excess workers are gonna go be fodder for any Japan invasion of Japan. If it comes down to it, I want them to be in position to do that if we have to. Did they seriously melee attack my city? City of Laoyang killed a Chinese longswordsman. Well, yeah, right, right. Direct fire. Okay. Hopefully this is getting a bit more heated. Interesting. Did not attack crate. I think they just chickened out. Get out of here. What? I get mixed up. Oh, I have 3 non-elites here. Okay. Why does it have red on it? Because I can't get to that now or something? No. It's an artifact. Mongolian. Oh. Now I really want it back. Just out of pride. It doesn't... Weird. I mean... Crossbowman. That'll be handy for having an extra garrison for, say, Laoyang, probably. Yeah. And for being a shooty McShooter face. Let's see. Kill that. Okay. Even, that's not in our territory, but it's all hills, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, cannons. Yeah. That may be why they thought they could take us on, because they have cannon technology. Well, the thing with cannons is that I don't like seeing them, and it's not because I'm worried about them taking the city. They just take a lot more Kishik shots to kill than normal. Sometimes they seem to soak up damage pretty well compared to most other unit types. Because what's their base? 13. Yeah, their base melee strength is as strong as my range shot. So you kind of need promotions to boost that. Oh, didn't luck out. Didn't kill that guy, but it's fine. So yeah, this is looking a little thinner. We're a little bit pressed by we're a little bit pressed here, but yeah, like what are they gonna do? They killed their own. They lost their only melee unit stupidly. So I mean, the only melee unit that could have that was in range to do it. Let's see. So, direct fire. Okay. Let's see. Is anyone not at 210 yet? Somehow, most of them seem to be level 7. Is anyone not level 7? Yeah. Even Beshik and direct fire. I'm very proud. Very proud of all of you. Yeah, they're trying to defend this city, but I should prioritize that. Longsword or taking the city. Because while they do have a camel archer in range. Not the best to be dealing with. So can I get there? Let's see. Save. Yeah. I just reflexively hit View City each time. Yeah, of course I don't. Yeah, it has horses, but like some people talk about keeping the city. I don't want the city. I don't. Yeah, it's four horse. Oh, I said they didn't have any horses. I guess I was mistaken. Misspoke. Was not thinking. But now they really have no horses. Too bad. So where do we put this guy? Here, probably. Get out of my way. You even building another farm. It's like this city didn't have enough farms already. Like I guess they operate kind of like a deity AI, but I think they don't have the happiness of a deity AI. So I don't even know how they got to 18. Like city states they don't have culture. I mean, they don't have their own culture. They don't get policies to mitigate unhappiness. So yeah, they force themselves to be they force themselves to be pretty miserable a lot of the time. No, I was thinking I could move the con, but I don't really want the con exposed, so we'll just wait because they don't need the con healing boost this turn because they're gonna heal 2 anyway. I don't even know if I really need 2 horsemen out here, but there are times when things sync up and where you can take 2 cities at once, and that's kind of it's just kind of like having a backup. Holy, I mean, I guess that wasn't really that scary, but suddenly seeing 3 units out of the blue was just kind of let's see. Do we do that? Yeah, I think we do that. 8 turns until border growth. Yeah, okay, coming along. We are unhappy. A moment, but we're not really unhappy. We're not combat debuff unhappy. It's best to get these units into position to get them on like either the east or the west side of the empire. I don't really have an empire over here, but yeah, at least I'll have Cairo eventually. But if barbarian camps like to spawn out here, or you might even if they're not, even if the camps aren't on the road, like they will. You can run into issues of trying to move civilian units across. It's best to get them where they need to be as early as possible. Let's see, garrison. Eventually, we'll be able to relieve these guys and send them west. Um, Some of them, at least. I don't regret that. But it looks like they can only attack. Yeah. Maybe I should send unexperienced caster because they might fire on this, might fire on that. But honor, I think I said something about adjacency in a previous segment, and what I was talking about was the discipline bonus for melee units. Yeah, they'll get an adjacency bonus. So yeah, I was a little bit reckless sending that longswordsman there, but it said it was a guaranteed kill, and I was just kind of calling it, seeing if it was a bluff or not. I was calling it a bluff. Let's see, you can heal. Or I hit that guy next turn if they try anything. Okay. We safe, mostly. It's already garrisoned, but I hate the way it looks when it's on this right-hand side here. It's like a hole here, and then I don't know. The pre-DLC was just not polished as the final thing. I guess that worker's gone. Maybe if they're heading here, I'll maybe get it later. I don't know. Yeah, that's an actual valid freak out for that one. There were units everywhere a bit ago. Is it this guy? How did they do that? Longswordsman was bombarded by a Chukunu. Was there another Chukunu I didn't see? What? Where? Where? Where was the other one? Oh, maybe it was. Show me the tile they died on. Maybe they were. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe they. I guess I underestimated how many shots they could put on. Still, it's kind of bullshit. Kind of bullshit. Because even with, I had a great con here and agency. Whatever. Prepare to die. Indirect fire. Surprised Crate didn't have that yet. Did I pick something else and not realize it? Well, it's coming in very useful right now because I can just ding that guy. Yeah, see 2 damage on that. I guess that's a rough terrain, right? But R.A.P. Longswordsman. My fault. Let's see. Crate. It's being flanked here. Let's get rid of all this crap. I don't even have use of my roads. Like, I don't think do I still have a city connection here? I guess I still have a city connection. Just barely. I think if they pillage the roads, that's when it goes away. Did you fire? No. Okay. You fire? No. Deshik, how you doing? Deshik, you're getting close to 60 experience. Great. Very nostalgic being back here. Deleting Chinese units. Except they're different. They have a different color right now. Didn't quite delete that one. Can I send this guy out? Can he get that? I doubt it. I doubt he can get that far. Anybody else? What does that thing have? Like 2? What? Oh, so both of those shots were 2. With an estimate of 5? Maybe, I don't, it's whatever. Workshop, gone. See how we doing on gold? 600? Okay. Kind of irritated I spent money to upgrade a swordsman. or upgrade a swordsman to a longsword, but it's whatever. So if we're as long as you're relatively happy, you can go siege, or you can probably continue with barrage. But it's when we have those periods of combat debuffs that and they're kind of inevitable. We've already had a few. You kind of siege will help do a bit more damage to cities. I think it's what is it 25% bonus. That's okay. It's having more than a great general. And I went back when I was reviewing some of the footage. I looked at a damage estimate, and I kind of forgot. If you don't play pre DLC before, or if you played it before and you never really noticed, but the great general bonus is different. It's 20%, 20% instead of 15%, and so that means that China, they have a bonus on the great general is increased by 15%. So it's a 35% buff they give to surrounding or nearby units. So I don't. Kind of glad I got rid of that one. Not, I mean, it probably doesn't really matter in the long run, but it was. I stand by that decision to annihilate that great general. So we're down a longsword. What am I doing with this guy? Well, let's blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Let's move them. Get them moving towards Laoyang. We're only really keeping Keshiks around this area just because it's under attack. But under normal circumstances, you don't need a real fancy unit in most of these cities. I mean, Keshiks are real fancy. That's what I'm saying. And because we have these roads, we can maneuver, we can just well, we'll lose the city, we'll lose the garrison by attacking with this crossbowman, but lose the garrison status, I should say. Actually, we'll test that out next turn, just to be sure. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works, and that's what I was saying about like if I wanted to buy a unit. Currently, there's already a unit in the city, so I would have to take the unit out to buy a unit, and the unit you buy on that turn does not count as a garrison. So, yeah. Okay. Enough out of the way that I don't really care. So what do we work? Do we work this? How much of an impact would it make? 6 turns? 7? I guess we'll check back next turn, because we're going to get a Keshik next turn anyway. I guess it would be good to grow in 6 turns. And with that, we only have one more river farm tile to improve. So what do we improve next? Usually end up buying this hill here for an extra mine, but I don't know. Most of these tiles aren't really good unless you can get fertilizer, and I don't think fertilizer is in the cards. Yeah, I mean, at best you can get rifling, probably in this scenario, and like, why would you take fertilizer that late? So it's a non thing. It's not going to be a thing. So do we have anything that could give us more growth? Don't think so. Yeah. Right. Oh, we already have something in the queue. That's right. Michael entered the Renaissance era, so they got shooty shoots. Oh, and one thing a nitpick that I noticed, something I said that you can upgrade longswordsmen to musketmen, but that's not the case. That they're the same unit essentially, but one takes less production and costs less to buy. But the catch is that you need iron resources. Gunpowder units, or excuse me, musketmen and longswordsmen have this same exact combat strength pre-DLC. So the only real advantage is that you can build them faster or you can buy them faster. So I got a little bit off track. I was thinking that none of those had shot yet. So I was getting ready to take Damascus. You're ready. Okay. And again, if you haven't played pre-DLC, triremes are ranged ships. So you can't just ignore them if you're on the coast. Like if I had a unit here, they could shoot at it. So, oh yeah, back in over-explain mode. What I said about triremes, one-shotting units, is that they effectively do something like a melee attack. If you just move a trireme into an embarked unit or a caravel, if you move it onto an embarked unit, it will annihilate it effortlessly. It doesn't even do any damage back to the unit. It doesn't do any damage back to the trireme or the caravel or any other ship. So it's in essence a melee attack, and it's sudden death for any embarked units. I don't think anything can survive it really. Pretty sure. Okay, that was one of the really that made naval combat or going into naval situations really scary in vanilla Civ 5 for that reason. Is that you kind of need. I mean, of course, you need naval escorts in Brave New World, but not in the same exact way. Like your embarked units can take a hit or two. Is there a road there? I don't want a road there. I want a road here. Emphasis on the want. I don't need roads there. Those will probably be the last roads I build in Abbasids. Could probably say it's more for aesthetics than anything at this point because we're not really sieging that city. We're not really sieging any of these two cities. I don't know if this is a product of being a turn 65 or the fact that I got all these city state alliances, but normally I probably usually only have Abbasids on my side. And they seem to take a bit longer under those circumstances. I don't know if they're just like holding back their units more than they otherwise would, but um, I feel like you need the roads more. Why? We're being bold. Let's see how much damage. Can they even see? They can see this long swordsman. I'm just kind of curious how much damage they'll do. Oh. I already got one long swordsman killed. What's another one? But I really highly doubt that they could one-shot it. You need to get back and heal. Or do I just leave you here and use the con to heal you? Maybe. Anyone in danger? Famous last words. Yeah, fine. Wow. Wow. It's a lot of gold. That is really tempting. That's super tempting. I'm speechless. No for now. But, ooh. Did he build it? He did. What was that? Oh, yeah. Well, that was all according to plan, though. He built the Forbidden Palace, so I want it. It's not quite as is it? I can't remember. I think it's not quite as OP as it is in later DLCs. I'll go back and check in a moment. But I want to. We're gonna do that science experiment. Yeah, we went from 1 to 0 just by firing on this guy. Shuffling these shots around. Okay. Oh, well, congrats. Might get some experience next turn. I thought I had enough. I thought I had enough movement to. Wait, what did I? Oh yeah, I thought I had enough movement to get on the hill and fire, but oh well. They seem to be not understanding that coming this way is not helping. We need further convincing. Okay, let's get more in a position over here. Did they attack with this cannon? No, they did not. I almost said that I almost called them stupid again, but it doesn't. I mean, they're stupid, period, for even thinking they could go up against me. I went back and looked at what she said during the war declaration. She said that she was going to use me as a stepping stone to world domination. And I know it's just like a stock that there's probably like a stock set of things that they say. It's just in particular that's really rich, considering my track record so far of maybe this isn't world domination because this is kind of like world obliteration, I suppose. Like, it's a decivilizing mission. Well, that's not really fair to Mongolian people, I suppose. Let's see. We're civilizing it in that we are destroying it and rebuilding it in our own, according to our own vision, so we could call it that. And more than anything, it's just the game, the rules of the scenario constrain it. I'd love to keep a lot of these cities. I could, but it's just we not. Forgot. There's some kind of like economic um, iron. The Crusader states will pick that up maybe eventually. Yeah. Oh, I think it has cotton, but we already have cotton from Abbasids, and I think oh, we already have cotton from the Persian capital, Urgench. So yeah, goodbye. Don't need you. Uh, to if I sell this, we'll be even more unhappy. I don't want to be more unhappy. I don't want to be -10 unhappy. Um, it's a library. It's kind of the point where I'm like looking. Is this Deity? I was just kind of spooked by how tiny this city was. Yeah, I guess I'm taunting China. Like, why do you suck so much? But this city looks tiny too, compared to what I would think. But it's possible I'm just like not squaring this properly with like the proper like year or turn fetish. Fetish. My fetish is let's see. Fetish is accuracy. Don't know where you go to get that satisfied with. Mm, no, I think I like having a garrison. I guess that's one of the nice things about having uh, Keshik's garrisons, because you can fire with them and then re-garrison. Yeah. Okay. It's tempting to just leave these camps here and farm them for culture, but the thing is that they will just multiply. So I really do want to just get rid of them. Oh yeah. Said something about a peace deal. My guy, still a pretty good peace deal. Should I take him up on it? I I'm gonna make a cut because I really want to think about that. And I have a granola bar or something. Think about it because that's a lot of gold. I mean, it's only a 10. It's only a 10 turn. He's left with what, two cities? Gosh, that gold would help a lot going after Japan. The trade-off would be I wouldn't get astronomy faster because that I mean that's part of the incentive to going after the civs is to get those tech boosts. Um, man, that's a lot of gold. Yeah, I'm gonna make a cut. Dramatic, a dramatic cut, cliffhanger cut, whatever you want to call it. See you later and be back.